Live stream. Let me bring this closer to me. What's up? Ooh, intermediate. Tips to go from intermediate to advanced on guitar. Tips. Well, anyway, yeah, we do have a title. Oh, thanks, you guys, for the comments. Wow, I'm so glad it was working because I'm here by myself. So it's always like a crapshoot when I start the live stream. I hit live and start playing, hoping that it's actually working. So that's great. Hello, everyone. Yeah, that was like a little Jerry Garcia style solo that I've been working on. Yeah, Josh Norco, nice to see you here. Brian is not fired. Brian went on a really nice road trip with his family. You know, he's got a little daughter and significant other, and they went on a trip. So I think he'll be back next week. Okay, cool. All the comments. So the title of this live stream was to go from intermediate to advanced, and I still am trying to be as advanced as I can get. But I think what I really mean is the difference between intermediate and advanced to me, as you know, obviously technique, you know, having advanced technique is important. But I think the real shift from like intermediate into the working past intermediate, which, you know, I guess we have to call advanced, is like when you can take all the techniques, scales, all the influences that you've built up to that point, and you're able to have the music kind of channel out of you. So you're playing music, you're playing the sound of emotion as opposed to just working through techniques. You're actually kind of unconsciously letting the music come out. So I think that's a big thing to strive for, and I still strive for it. I don't always get it. But another thing that's helped me, because I started guitar later in my life. I was 18, a senior in high school when I started to mess around with guitar. And I think one of the most amazing things that now I look back, 27 years later, I look back and one of the greatest lessons I've gotten in my guitar journey is setting tiny little goals, just little achievable goals. Because what happens is you're going to find that you start stockpiling all these tiny little goals and it becomes a larger structure of your abilities. So I'd like to hear in the comments what are your some of, just tiny goals. Like, okay, here's a good example. Like, you can keep them very simple. Like I said, simple, achievable goals. You're like, all right, this week, I'm going to memorize 2 shapes of the minor pentatonic and get it down flat in 1 week, 2 shapes. So that's very attainable, right? But if you set a little goal like that, you're not as overwhelmed long term with like, oh man, I got to master the whole neck, right? You just take these tiny little goals. So something for me recently, I'm working so much on YouTube videos all the time that I'm not always, I'm playing guitar every single day, multiple hours a day, but I'm not always working on this stuff that's like for me personally as a guitar player, which I totally embrace. It's fine. I love what I'm doing. I love teaching and helping the best I can. But thanks for the comments, everybody. But the comments threw me off. I had a train of thought going, like a TED talk, and then it was a nice comment. It wasn't a bad comment. It was a nice comment, but it just got me off tangent. But anyway, tiny little goals. Oh yeah, for me, I came up with I listened to a lot of Jerry Garcia this last week or so, just because I felt like it, and just started playing along over and over and over, like relentlessly, and then kind of came up with a solo, and that was what I played in the beginning. And I've played it so many times that then I can, then it works its way into my own vocabulary. And just once you add a few new things, it can connect to the old things that seem stale to you, and you can add new life and dimension into even the stuff that you're already kind of bored of. So I want to hear tiny little goals. Someone learned eruption. See, that's amazing. See, like Van Halen, I think is a good example of the thing I was talking about, where just music comes out effortlessly, but then also he's got the top-notch, amazing, advanced technique as well. He's an amazing example. Anyway, let's see what I got here. Yeah, so tiny little goals from you guys. I'd like to hear what you got. Oh, let's see. I had one. Mr. Chuckles, should you learn harder songs or practice technique? That's where the little goals come in handy, because you can be like, all right, this week, on Monday, I'm going to work on a song. I don't have to complete it, but I'm going to start working on it. Tuesday, I'm going to pick one technique to work on for 1 hour. And then the next day is free play. And then the next day, during nap time, you listen to your favorite song that you want to learn. No, I don't know. But you see what I mean? Tiny little goals. A song and technique are always going to be better than just one or the other. So I have a little looper here. Yeah. Tyler Gunther is learning the modes of the major scale in different positions with the root on different strings. I just don't know how to translate that into writing chord progressions. Thoughts on that? Yeah, start with the chords of the major scale, also known as the Ionian mode. In Southern California, we call it the Ionian mode. Bruh. Just charge it, dude. Just charge it. Learn the chords of the major scale key. So the easiest one is C major, because there's no sharps or flats. So I am about to play the chords of C major. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, which could also be G7, A minor, and then a thing we call B half diminished that's not really used in rock music. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. You take that, you get all kinds of relationship of it's basically 6 chords that are used in a key. No matter which key you're in, the relationship's always the same. The 1 chord's major, the 2 chords minor up a whole step, the 3 chords minor up a whole step from there, half step to the 4 chord, which is always major. The 5 chord is always major, or you can make it a dominant 7, which still is a type of major there. The 6 chords, a whole step up minor. And And then that half diminished no one uses, but it's a whole step up from there. And then you're done, half step back to the 1 chord. And so you can write progressions all day and all night, you know, starting with that. But when you're doing it modally, you're just taking one of those 6 chords and thinking and hearing that chord as home or the root or the tonic, you know. So all those chords together, but with A minor, thinking of A minor as the, you know. Same key. I already forgot it, folks, but let's see. So what's interesting about that, because it relates, that was Redbone, but that relates to what I was talking about. The Redbone melody is E minor, which is, it's the exact same thing as the G major or the G major scale. So all of this, that all feels and sounds like E minor, but it's using, you know, what's called the Aeolian mode. It's all the E natural minor scale, also known as Aeolian, which is the G major scale. So watch, I'll play that melody and you'll hear E minor, But then I'm going to make your ear hear it as G major, or I'm going to try to. Same scale. Looking at your comments. You talking to me? In my opinion, what separates an intermediate player versus an advanced player? I know a lot, can play a lot, but still don't feel like I can master the instrument. Well, one thing is that's a healthy attitude. If you never, I mean, I don't feel like I'll ever master the instrument, but that's how you can keep adding. So I was saying earlier, setting tiny little goals. Next thing you know, you've stacked a bunch of amazing techniques and ideas together. And then also I was talking about a big difference isn't always necessarily technique, but having the music channel out of you as opposed to it being something that you're consciously going, I'm doing this scale right now, and then I'm going to play this lick, and then this and this. If you can just like create the music and be connected to it at a higher level, like emotionally, and also to the point where you can just sing out of your instrument. That's what I'm always looking for. Michael Bassich, what's better, 335 or 535? I mean, they're both great guitars, so I don't really think I have to. I get to keep both, which is amazing. But I will say, just on a level of playing guitar for so long and being in bands and trying to make a living at it, to have my favorite guitar company, make this for me, just makes it an amazingly special guitar. So, this is just was a special moment in my little journey. So, and it gets to keep representing that to me. So this one's where it's at. But this one is super, this one's brand new with the pickups they put in. Just sound amazing. It plays amazing. Well, thanks, guys, for all the lovely comments and support. I really, really appreciate it. Ane Kumar says, come on, Marty, I actually want to get some work done today. Well, I'll be done soon. And Scott Taylor says, do I own any Martins and which variety? Yes. Another very special guitar to me is a Martin, an M36 from 1978. It's great acoustic guitar that my dad bought for my mother for an anniversary gift many, many years ago, and then my dad gave it to me. So that's a great one. That's the only Martin I currently have, but I love Martins. Actually, the Martin that I really love is that Eric Clapton model. Pretty amazing. Yeah. Let's see. Have I seen the new Gretsch Rat Rod? No. That sounds cool. This is a 100-watt katana. The 1975 says kitty cat. I like the 1975. I don't have one that I have memorized right now. Like... I know that's not really it, but... something like that. Love from India. Yes. Yeah, the 535 is an amazing guitar. Guitar pick Marty Music merch. That would be awesome. Yeah, actually, I am... Well, right here is my own Marty Music pick, but I'm going to actually... I just was on a phone call before this live stream about getting Marty Music pick tins with picks inside that have the Marty Music logo. So yeah, that is something I'm going to be doing actually. And then I'm also going to have, well, I mean, I guess it's like a handkerchief, a Marty Music handkerchief, that you can cover your face with, or you can also use it as a guitar cloth. And I'm going to have all the profits from those handkerchiefs go to, I believe, Music Cares, help musicians out. So I'm working on that as well. All right, just a few shout outs. Leo Jackson, Daniel Atlan, Darren Casey. I don't use the volume pots that much. A little, actually, because when I'm in the middle here, you can roll the top volume off a bit. Stone Swamp, shout out. Joey Kermit, thank you. Kate Jazwiak. John Whitehurst, hey John. Hey, John. John's one of my Patreon students who actually does a live video lesson with me. Cool guy. Thanks, John. Matthew Myers. Dylan Sen. Any tips to help me improve my rock ZZ Top solos? It's so hard to say without knowing like what level you're at, but anytime you're working on your soloing, Foop TV, Doug Nichols, Sebastian Watts Fernandez. Okay. So what was I going to say? Take the basic pentatonic, but repeat little things, Repeat. Get used to it in your ear. Crap. It's tight down here. Let's see. Let me try again. 1, 2, 3. So, what I mean by repeating is that was 3 notes. I repeated. I didn't just go. Oh, it's not a bad thing to practice, But repeating ideas. Repeating ideas. Let's see. Playing scales faster. Hey, Janet Williams. Janet and Charlie Williams, my in-laws watching. Hey, guys. Hope you're doing well. And I hope Sneakers is doing well. All right, more questions. But then there was other ones that I was still... Oh, raking, playing scales faster. Man, play super slow. Get the technique perfect, super slow. And just incrementally, tiny, like by 1%, keep speeding it up. And I think that's the fastest way to get it. And then every once in a while, challenge yourself with a real fast, how fast you can play it, like a click, like a metronome app. Actually, I'm using my phone to record this right now, or I'd show you, but you can pick a speed that it's clicking and then practice over it. All right, a few more shout outs and then we're going to wrap up, folks. Gainley 47, Brian Henry. Oh, Invista. Yes. My wife and I, we lived in Shadow Ridge, 16 years ago or so, which is in Vista, California. What's the difference between a good and a great player? Well, that's kind of, people have different opinions about that. That's subjective. But to me, it's like, that would just be like, how does it make you feel? Does it move you in some way? That would be a great player. Mr. Miko says, more Led Zepp solos. Yeah, that's a good idea. More Red Hot Chili Peppers, cool. Yeah, always. This is Jack, Adam Lewis, Joe Rest, Jadawitsky, Sid Janik, Jer P, Michael Bassich. Who's the most influential guitar player for a year? Woo! No idea. There's not just one, but... Oh, here's a good one. Rod, when John Mayer says to use the pentatonic solo upside down, what does he mean? I know exactly what he means, and so I love answering it. He means like this. If I play an A major chord, he's talking about the major pentatonic. Or actually, here, I'll go up to C major, right? Something real happy and major sounding. So that's C major. So he means like if you took what's called the C minor pentatonic, you put your index on the root. But he's saying that, and it's something Jerry did a lot, is you play it right here, upside down. It's almost like a mirror flop. It's really not upside down, but... Oh, oops, right here. And you get this. So where your pinky's on the root instead of your index finger is what he means. Not upside down? That's what he meant by that. Claire, Kate, Holden Winton. I'm definitely going to do more solos for some of the classic lessons, yes. For instance, November Rain. I'll definitely be coming out with that one in probably the next 6 months. Chris Norper, Raghav Kashyap, Trinity or Rock School? I have no idea. Michael Bessich, I think. Aaron Christensen, Caden, bye. Now. Oh, wow, November Rain. Yeah, that's coming. All right. Randy says, do you know when you've attained intermediate status? I actually am going to make a video on that, but I'm going to think a little more about how to make the video on that. But, yeah, I'm going to be following up on that one. That's coming soon. What's a good beginner guitar? Anyone can jump in on that. Samuel, Simon, Anders, what's up? Well, no fish tacos today. Matthew Cody, Theo Bertolini, Caden Fairbairn, Omar Ramadan, Kurt Cobain. Thank you. Trey Stout, Brett Jam, Theory Nicolette, hello. Michael Bassett, hello. Josh Norco, Chicken Tacos, Yash Gupta, Bradley Miller, thank you. Taj Prithi. Okay, they're going fast. Zach Elmquist. Yep, Yamaha. Our good beginner. Orangewood, I like if you're in the States. Thank you. And Ozzy Farrow. Claire. Francesco. Baldine. Todd Elving. Currently on Chapter 6 of Marty Uncaged. Thanks, man. Thanks for supporting Marty Music. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I think that's what we got. Hug from Portugal, Miguel. Thank you. All right, everyone. Take care. Thanks again for hanging. Should I guess I should end it with some walkout music. Thank you. See you guys later.